All right, Lions fans, 42-29. Our Detroit Lions did it last night on the night that we honored Calvin Johnson and put him into the Lions Ring of Honor. Let's talk about it. All right, son. Our boys moved to 3-1 with a 42-29 win over the Seattle Seahawks last night.
Yeah,
How good did that feel?
it felt real good. Honestly, I was nervous for a minute because that boy Geno Smith always at least has a decent game against us. Hey, but we pulled through. We pulled through despite the 85 flags that were called.
Oh my
So,
goodness, man! Like I said, those flags are on both sides of the field. So I was telling some people at work earlier. I hope that there weren't any Seahawks fans who were feeling like somehow they got jobbed. I thought that it was equally as bad on both sides. You know,
right.
the flags. It didn't seem to be a lot of flags, man. The refs they did not spare them. They did not spare them last night. But our boys pulled through 42-29. Technically, you can say we gave up 27 points because two were on that safety. But let's get right into it. Let's start with you know what? Let's start with our defense since we talked about how many points we gave up. Let's start with our defense first, son. If you look on the board, I want to say that this was the worst rushing game we had. I mean, we gave up 133 yards total. 80 went to Kenneth Walker, who was on one last night. 38 from Geno Smith scrambling. But the biggest thing was Geno Smith's 38 for 56, 395 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Let's start with our defensive line, son. What were your thoughts on the defensive line last night?
Mm, no, I honestly, now that I think about it, I don't think the defensive line was too terrible. I mean, I know they weren't stopping Kenneth Walker that well, but honestly, I think that was a little bit more on the secondary, a little bit, to be honest, because he kind of. But I mean, to get through the secondary, you do got to get through the line. I know that, but still, they were honestly sending him. They were sending him away from the line. They were trying their best. They were sending him on toss plays and stuff like that, just
Right.
get him to the linebackers and stuff on purpose. But we'll get to that. Honestly, I think they did decent. I thought how many he got sacked? What, once?
Geno Smith,
Yeah,
he
or
got
maybe it was more than that.
sacked. Let
I
me
know
go
he
back.
got pressured at
Go
least
back
a
up.
few times.
He got sacked 3 times.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, I thought the defensive line did a pretty good job, and I know he got pressured more times than that. So
He did. He did. This is what I'll say about the D line. I give the D line I would honestly give them a solid B plus. The middle of the line, DJ Reader, Lee McNeil, Ozen Ricky, they really did a great job of crashing the middle of the line. Aiden Hutchinson, of course, he did not have the good games he had in the last few because he's getting more attention. He didn't have a single tackle last night and not a sack, not anything. Pretty much kept him in check. They double teamed him. They chipped him. DK Metcalf was chipping him. I think that the issue is the other side. I'm still going to keep beating the drum for Hassan Reddick. I still think we need somebody on the other side to put fear in opposing offenses. But I'm also going to give props to Josh Pascal. He actually had a good game. Son, did you notice that they dropped him back in pass coverage several times right from the DN spot? I'm talking about Pascal.
I did not. I
Yes,
saw that.
several times they dropped him back in pass coverage.
Okay, well,
So,
no,
so Aaron Glenn definitely had something going on the defense. And speaking of Kenneth Walker, I want to say that most of his runs were to the outside. I don't remember him gutting the Lions up the middle. They were like him
oh, okay,
bouncing to the outside.
okay, that's what I thought too.
Yes, which brings us to the linebackers. What were your thoughts on the linebackers last night? Anzalone was back in the game. He had 7 tackles. Jack Campbell had 7 tackles. Let me see. Rodriguez had 5. With he also had that sack. My guy Jalen Reeves-Maybin came in with 2 tackles. Nyman was brought up from the practice squad with two tackles. What was your thoughts on the linebackers last night?
I mean, yeah, I thought the linebackers did a better job than what they normally do. I guess if we're talking about past years and things like that. But I mean, if we're being like from a coach's perspective or something, man, they got outmanned. I mean, Kenneth Walker. I mean, it's not even like they were laying down crazy blocks or anything. It was just Kenneth Walker running through like 5 guys.
Yes,
Like
he was a
it
lot of
was
arm tackling.
yeah, yeah, like it was so bad. Like the corners were extremely bad with the arm tackling. I couldn't
Yes,
believe it. It was not even just on him, but it was on like a wide receiver bubble or something like that. I don't know if you remember, but like the safety or the nickel literally just reached out his arm and like spun around. But
yeah,
no, I thought the linebackers. I mean, I thought they did a decent job. I would probably actually give them like a B grade. Yeah, I give them a B grade. I mean, they just got to do better with the tackling though.
I agree. I agree. I agree. A lot of arm tackles, but to be fair, as you said, a lot of that was coming from the corner. Speaking of which, what did you think about the DBs, corners, and safeties?
Yesterday I thought I keep getting on Carlton Davis and stuff. But I guess some people, I guess I'm not trying to like disrespect him. I guess he's just not a superstar corner. So really, it was bound for DK Metcalf to cook him like that. And then the other thing is, I bet maybe some people are wondering why Terry Arnold didn't follow him around the field. Well, it's just because Terry Arnold would have done the same thing. In my opinion,
Right.
I bet you it's because the Lions like just because he probably has more raw talent than him, that doesn't mean that he has better technique and stuff. So he would, if he was grabbing the other guys, there's no way, or Bobo, then there's no way he wasn't going to be grabbing DK Metcalf and stuff. So I bet that's what the Lions were thinking. Because honestly, Davis was pretty much on DK Metcalf. Was he not on him the whole game, pretty
Pretty
much?
much.
So I don't know if he's like the field corner or if he was like traveling with him. I don't really know how that. I don't know how that works, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought they did all right. I was happy the refs called all those flags, especially for Tyron Arnold, because I was sitting with our friends and stuff, and they were trying to like people just don't understand he is holding like
Right.
most of the time,
Exactly.
except on the goal line, which those are 50-50, which those can be called against you. You can't unless you're on the goal line, you really can't have right. Like, you can't have two hands on the receiver's waist. Like, come on, dude, you should know that. And falling down with your hand on his waist, like that doesn't work. Like,
Right.
they're going to get called for that, especially in the NFL. So no, yeah, I think he's a really good corner. All he has to do is stop being so handsy. He literally just like he's in good position, and everything.
Yes. Yes. He's just using his hands, and it seems like he panics. When the receiver takes off, so he starts grabbing with his hands. So that's something that they definitely need to work on and fix. Let's go ahead and talk about special
Oh, Kirby
teams.
Jones did amazing. Sorry.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. Well, he had an interception. The attack, yeah. Kirby Joseph was all making tackles. I
Kirby
would
looked like
agree.
vintage Kirby.
Yes, it was. It was. Jake Bates did not attempt a field goal last night, but he was 6 for 6 on extra points. And Jack Fox, my man, 3 punts with a 46.7 average was the special teams. We had Khalif Raymond had one kick return for 26 yards, and he only had one punt return. So that was pretty much the special teams. Did anything stand out to you?
No,
Nothing. Okay. All right. And that right there is fair enough. Now we will move on to. Oh no, let's wrap up something about the defense. The defense gave up 27 points out of the 29, but son, I actually thought the defense played well. Now, I mean, did you see something different that I'm not seeing? I'm not saying there's not room for improvement, but I thought they played well. What was your final thoughts on the defense?
yeah, they played well. Now, geez, where did Kenneth Walker had 3 of those touchdowns?
He
See,
did.
I mean, but look, he threw the ball 56 times. I mean, to not score like 20 plus points and throw the ball 56 times would be actually really bad.
Right.
We threw the ball 18 times and scored 42 points.
Hmm.
So no, uh I think the defense did pretty good. Most of the faults were literally just on the corners. Like not most of them, like all of it. Like
Yes.
actually like oh yeah.
I
I
agree with
mean,
you on
look,
that.
they were cooking them. I mean, dang, like
I
7,
agree. I
5,
agree.
5.
We got to do something about underneath because they was going to the slots a lot. That's why Smith and Jigma had 8 receptions because they were going to the slot a lot.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to the offense. Let's move on to the man of the hour, the guy that we give a lot of flack to. Jared Goff, number 16, went 18 for 18 for 292, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. What was your thoughts on our QB last night?
It was an amazing, consistent game from Jared Goff. He made the plays that he needed to make. He was right on. Obviously, not for most of his passes. He was right on target for every single pass that he made, including that bomb to not even a bomb. It was just that he threw it in that window to JMO for that 70-yard TD. So yeah,
Yeah, that was insane.
yeah, it was a really good game from Jared Goff. He definitely can do even better though. Like I think, I mean, remember that game he had against the Chiefs when he was on the Rams? That's what we were talking about last night. But
Yes,
honestly, that's really all we need from him, though. I mean, this is perfect. But yeah,
perfect. I would agree. I would agree. Definitely definitely solid A for Jared Goff last night. I mean,
yeah,
he did. That's what we need. We can win the Super Bowl if he plays like that.
yeah.
I really believe it. Let's move on to the running backs. They combined for 116 yards and 3 touchdowns, 78 from Gibbs and 40 from Montgomery. What are your thoughts on our running backs last night?
Yeah, so what I've had to realize, the fan in me had to realize, I guess, I guess offense changed, like they can change and stuff. And I'm starting to realize that Detroit's thing really is about to be smash mouth football with maybe an occasional deep shot or something like that. Because really, for the most part, they
Mhm.
just throw it underneath and run the ball. And they're just like Michigan. It doesn't matter that they're running the ball because it works.
That's right.
Okay, David
That's right.
Montgomery is going to smack you in the mouth, and then we're going to hand it to Jameer Gibbs the next drive later. So what are you really going to do about it? And then when you get sick of that, we'll just throw it over to JMO, or we'll just throw it to a first down to Amon Ra. I still would like the offense to be a little more dynamic, but I guess maybe that's not what they're. I mean, they did start doing some crazy stuff that game, so I guess I can't say too much. I guess they did start sharing the ball a lot more.
They did. They did. Give me your thoughts on the offensive line.
I thought the offense, yeah, I thought the offensive line did pretty good.
I did too. I was very impressed with Awasaki, the guy who played. He played left guard because Glasgow, who's our left guard, moved into center with Ragnar out. So Awasaki came in. I had my eye on him. He actually had a good game, man. I mean, he was standing defensive lineman up. He was pushing. I mean, he did a very good job coming in. I want to give him some props. He did a very good job coming in and filling the role. Now let's move on to our receivers. You see on the screen right there. Williams had 2 receptions for 80 yards and that big touchdown. Sam Laporta came alive. Amon-Ra St. Brown was 6, but the guy that stood out to me was Tim Patrick. I said that I thought that Tim Patrick could be a guy that comes in here and gives us 2 to 3 receptions a game. He did that 2 for 52 yards. He didn't look as fast as he once did because he had I want to say he tore his Achilles in 2022, so he's really still recovering from that. So we got a little something from everyone. Khalif Raymond had a screen pass for one catch for 9 yards. What was your thoughts on our receivers last night?
Yeah, I thought the receivers did pretty good, and I like the addition of that big boy Tim Patrick. When did we add him on the team?
We got him. So we actually got him right before the season started. So like right when everybody made cuts. So at the end of the preseason, we got him right at the end of the preseason. It was word that the Broncos were probably going to release him. As soon as they did, and he cleared waivers, Brad Holmes picked him up immediately.
Sweet. Okay, yeah, no, I thought the Lions receivers did pretty good. I mean, like I said, it's not. I guess it's not about what I want. So I mean, we scored 42 points, so I can't say much. I mean, I'd like to see Amon St. Brown get the ball more. I guess he didn't need to get up more. I don't know. It was a good game, but I mean, it was a good game for the receivers. I mean, I just think maybe they'll start switching it up, but I think this is going to be a trend. I don't think they are going to be passing it a ton with Jared Goff because I think they realize that Jared Goff does miss on those shots. In my opinion, I think they realize that he's kind of inconsistent with those when they start passing too much. In my opinion, and the running game works. So
It does. I think a good combination of what they did last night is what's going to get us through the rest of the season. It's got you had they have to lean. We have a top 3 offensive line. You got to act like it. Let's use that offensive line and let's lean on them. Let's lean on the running game. Pass it when we need to. I think it's working perfectly. Ben Johnson definitely showed up last night. Overall good game. Let's look at like we usually do, son. Let's look at a couple of these clips. First of all, son, what'd you think about those that helmet last night in that jersey?
yeah, no, the jerseys were sweet. They look sweet, and the helmets were sweet too. It
Yeah,
was like
that's
the best Lions uniforms I've seen.
oh man, yeah, that shot right there, that helmet. Yeah, I thought that helmet was nice. I was in love with that helmet. Let's look at this play right here. Kirby Joseph for the interception.
Smith takes the snap, back and looking, throws, middle,
I
it is
mean,
up
this was
and
Nope,
right on
intercepted
time.
by the Lions.
that's just how you know it's an NFL player. Like, dang man,
And that one was definitely right on time. Kirby, looking like Kirby, circling the middle of the field. Let's see if there's anything else that stands out that we should jump on real quick. Let's do this one. Coach talks about Jared Goff getting his game ball.
To scrape up a game ball for Jared today. Yeah, we did. We found one. Yes, we did. We found one. And look, normally what we do, yeah, no.
Yeah, because he launched the thing.
Normally what we do is, I'll give out an immediate game ball, afterwards. And then normally we always have another one or two that show up when we do it here, like the day after the game, after a win. So that was an easy one to get him that one.
Okay, I guess that was it for that.
Yeah, we did. We found
So
one.
I guess that
Yes,
Jared
we
Goff
did.
didn't get his game ball, son. So
Mm.
let me see. Little league
I mean,
day.
isn't it because he launched it in the stadium?
I think that's what happened. That's
Okay.
what they said. Okay, all right, son, and let's give me your let's get some final thoughts. So let's get
How
some
about them
final-
Tigers though? Because I
I was gonna touch on that. I turned it on as soon as I got out of work. They were
I guess I feel bad. I feel like the Lions. As a Lions fan, I was saying, "No, y'all can't watch now." Now I feel bad because I wasn't watching them, but they just made the playoffs. So I'm sorry, Tigers, but I am gonna have to watch now.
I'm not gonna lie. 3 weeks ago, they didn't seem like they were in it. Then all of a sudden, I started watching and I started noticing they started going on the winning streak. I was like, man, we might get that wild. So then I started watching. We might get that wild card spot. And then it happened. Friday night, it happened. So man, yeah, that's good, man. We up. Oh, we just got to get one more. This is the wild card, and we could be in the divisional. So
yeah, this is about to be a crazy year. All right, but yeah, what were you about to say though?
I was gonna say, give me your final thoughts on the game.
I just thought. Wait, who do we play next week? Sorry, or the week
Bye
after?
week.
Oh, okay.
Bye week.
I just thought it was a pretty good game so far. I thought it was a pretty good game. I just think I think Tyrion Auto needs to sharpen up with the flags and stuff because that will come to hurt. I really don't think it's going to be a problem at the end of the season. That's like the best problem to have. Like, I would rather have them do that than just be cooked all the time. So really, I think they'll be fixed by the time. I mean, all the games matter, but by the time it comes to playoff games, I think it'll be okay. Hopefully, Carlton Davis can sharpen up a little bit as well. Honestly, we just need everyone to stay healthy, especially David Montgomery
Yes.
and Jameer Gibbs.
Yes.
And the O line, because that's that's like basically the engine of our offense, to be honest. Because without, in my opinion, without us being to set up the run game, I don't know. It just doesn't really seem like we can just be. It doesn't really seem like we can just get in a shootout with people because it's easy to lock up one. And JMO's not a certified star yet. I mean, he's getting there, but it's easy to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can lock a coordinator can lock up one good receiver. So like, I don't know. But yeah, I just think if everyone stays healthy, I think we'll be good.
Yeah, I do too. And son, I'm looking at I'm putting our schedule up on the screen right here. I actually complained about us getting this bye week this early because I don't like it getting the bye week in week 5. But to be honest, now that I'm looking at what's going on, it might have come right on time because Ragnall's out. That gives him almost 2 weeks off. Branch, that gives him time to rest and come back, and it gives everybody else time to get healthy. And when we do come back, Sunday, October 13th, we are at Dallas. So before we get out of here real quick, I know we're about at the 20-minute, we almost at the 20-minute mark. Let's look at the rest of the schedule real quick and let's just get some quick thoughts on it. What do you think about us at Dallas after the bye week?
Wait, is Dallas good this year? Wait, what's the
record? They're okay. I mean, they're okay.
Oh, I have us winning.
Yeah, okay.
I have us winning all 4. Oh, geez.
Something crazy. Hey, son, October 20th at minute. That game don't look like a gimme anymore, does it?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
It doesn't look like a gimme anymore. Home against Tennessee on the 27th.
Yeah, we're going to beat Tennessee.
Yes. What about what are you thinking now at Green Bay November 3rd?
I got him
going, be a little more, he might be more healthy by then. What do you think?
I got to beat in Green Bay, I got us going 3-1. I think we're gonna
win that stretch.
lose
Okay,
to Minnesota or Green Bay.
Okay,
which I guess that's an obvious prediction, right? But okay, then I'll just say Minnesota.
Okay. What about Sunday night? I want to say that is that's Sunday night football at Houston. I'll be getting to November 10th.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
A good one, but winnable, right?
Yeah. I got the Lions.
You think so? November 17th and the 24th, home against Jacksonville, then at Indianapolis right before Thanksgiving.
Got the Lions.
Yeah, that has to be 2 wins.
Yeah.
Chicago at home on Thanksgiving.
Got the Lions.
Home against Green Bay Thursday night. December. Now we're in December 5.
I got the Packers.
Okay.
Because
Home.
we're gonna lose. I don't think we're gonna beat the Packers twice.
I don't either. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we split with them. Home against Buffalo December 15th.
Got the Lions.
At Chicago 3 days before Christmas.
I got the Lions. Because honestly, I've seen this now. I really think we're gonna go on a
Yeah.
run.
At San Francisco December 30th, day before New Year's Eve. Monday. I didn't realize. Son, that's Monday Night Football. I just realized that.
Insane.
At
They
San Francisco.
just set that then. Didn't they? Because that wasn't set before, was it? Wasn't that the game that wasn't set? Or
No, the game that is not set is Minnesota. The
Oh.
last game of the season against, because that's why it says TBD.
Oh, okay.
Because we could play that game on Saturday.
Yeah, I was losing. I think Christian McCaffrey will be healthy back with his Achilles tendonitis, whatever he has. I'm sure he'll be on perks or something. I was losing in a pretty good game, a real good game, actually.
All right, then we're going to end against Minnesota. Man, wouldn't it be crazy if that last game against Minnesota, instead of it being a throwaway game like I was thinking, it ends up being a playoff game, really?
It probably will. Wait, because Minnesota only has what, one loss?
No, they have not lost. They're 4-0. We're 3-1. They're 4. So they're leading the North right now.
With who at quarterback?
MVP Sam Darnold, son. No joke. MVP Sam Darnold playing like MVP. Let me see who Minnesota plays this week. Yeah, Sam Darnold playing like MVP, bro.
But didn't they have someone ahead of Sam Darnold before?
They had Kirk Cousins last year, who's in Atlanta now. They're at home against the Jets this week. The Jets who just lost to the Broncos. That's who Minnesota has.
Oh, Minnesota's going to be.
So they might be 5-0 when we come back to play Dallas.
Minnesota's going to make the playoffs. Their schedule's easy. What the heck?
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, man. Yeah.
They're going to make the playoffs. They actually don't have a hard schedule.
Man. Oh, yeah. Jets, beat up Rams, Colts, Jaguars, Titans, Bears, Cardinals, Falcons, who are just doing okay. But yeah.
The Lions at this schedule, I literally say they would have to win every game almost.
Yeah. They're going to, matter of fact, this is what I don't like. Minnesota is actually going to give us a run for the division. That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be the Packers. Look like it's going to be the Vikings. Well, son, I think we did it. We were excited to do this show because we were looking forward to talking about this because our boys play so well. I don't have any more thoughts on it. People, if you haven't already over on YouTube, subscribe, like, and comment. We appreciate that. You see our TikTok on the screen right there. Go over there and give us a follow. And our Twitter/X page is at the bottom. Give us a follow over there as well. If you don't have anything else, son, I'm all set. Peace.
Peace.